environment where she is going to set the tone and show us the adventure and the journey that lies before her.
How did Malika fit the bill for you as the lead actress? What was it about her that made you think she'll do it correctly?
Well, Malika actually hits so many elements that are missing in most of the actresses today in these kind of international stories, even indigenous stories, because she carries with her an extremely solid body of work that gives her the experience to tap into in order to take this character to another level. Now, on another sense, she also has a very fresh awareness factor in the sense that when she ends up on the screen and she's telling this story, the audiences aren't going to look at her and think about the 18 other movies or 20 other movies that she's done in the last 5 years or 10 years. They're going to think about this character. They're not going to be distracted by other issues, which forces you to delay yourself getting engaged in the story. And that's what's crucial, and that's where Malika embraces those attributes and enabled me to take this story and put you immediately into it. And I don't think anybody else will be able to pull it off except her.
Now, Malika, I mean, not much information is out about the film. Obviously, just been announced and so on. But I gather that you beat out some sort of big-name Hollywood potentials. The Hilary Swanks and the Penelope Cruz names came up and so on. So, in terms of an achievement, I guess you see this as the next step. Is that how it is?
Yes, it is. Definitely, as an actress, I would like to go to a market where more challenging roles are written for actresses, and I look forward to, and I look up to actresses like Salma Hayek, Penelope Cruz. They have also used their exotica and kind of made it big in mainstream Hollywood. And also, I think America has become very multicultural now. It's more tolerant, and if you see movies, Clint Eastwood's Iwo Jima or Babel, it has a very global cast.
Now, you, of course, the issue you have is you've got a massive fan base in India, and they've been very loyal to you as well. So a lot of them say, is she disappearing off to Hollywood? Is she leaving us?
No, I'm not leaving them. I mean, Bollywood is, of course, bread and butter, but as an actress, as I said, it's very important for me to conquer new places.
Well, Murder, the film that was so successful for you in India and did very, very well, I mean, apart from being sort of controversial, it was just hugely successful. That was a challenging role, surely. You're saying that you're looking for more challenging roles, but that must have been something quite challenging, certainly within the Bollywood scope.
Of course, it was groundbreaking in Bollywood, definitely, but then it did not have a very global appeal. It was very, very India-centric, and I want to do a movie, and I want to reach out to a larger audience. I did this movie called The Mist with Jackie Chan, and it had a very global cast. It had a Korean actress, an actor from Hong Kong, from China, from India, which was a very big learning experience for me, and it also opened a whole new world of cinema to me. And that's what I'm hoping that this will do for me as well.
Bill, you're going to face some challenges. Certainly filming in Afghanistan, if you have any plans, is going to be particularly difficult, isn't it? How are you going to get around that? Just recreate the scenario somewhere else?
Well, no, I mean, it's something that we'll have to cross the bridge on logistically when we get to that point. I mean, we're still trying to resolve certain plot points that make sense in now that, my cast is starting to come together. What I do is I embrace something that I was trained very well when I worked with Clint Eastwood was you work as a core group, a team, and it becomes you marry and you merge the various ideas and all the things you bring to the table so that everybody understands the journey, and then of course from that comes the blueprint for the film. So with regards to the logistics of where we're going to do it, that will be defined once we zero in on exactly the beats that need to be played and effectively played so that the story takes first position.
Now, when you've done big budget productions such as The Hulk, and you've worked on Heaven and Earth and so on, Bill, I wonder, here the movie has more of an element of, perhaps social commentary or something that resonates more with day-to-day existence and some of the problems that are faced by people around the world. And I wonder to what extent this is a departure from what you've done in the past.
It kind of is. I spend a lot of my time doing a lot of material that, like you said, is a little outside the box. This is more centered in a world that we can all relate to. That's a challenge, but that's one of the reasons why I've spent and invested a lot of time into this project and into this script to make sure that it's going down as much as any performer or any director or producer wants to do. They want to travel down routes they've never traveled before. And from that we learn, but as well we're able to expand our entertainment values in the sense of making sure the stories are rich. I mean, that's what makes it resonate.
And Malika, in terms of the subject here, I know it's quite important to you. You've said this to me, off camera, that the impact and the resonance it will have with women in the Middle East and with Muslim women is important to you.
Of course it is, because if you how are Muslims portrayed? They're very. There's a lot of stereotyping happening. When you look at when somebody's playing a Muslim character, it's like either they are terrorists or